ago, and I apologize. It's been a whirlwind of stuff happening the past few days, and getting the proper diagnosis and all that stuff. You know, it's annoying. But anyways, I diagnosed the car, and as well, I have a couple other issues. So, but I did something positive on the car. So yeah, I will tell you guys about that. Because you guys know, when I was diagnosing the car, I thought, okay, first things first, let's check the spark plugs, right? Maybe they're bad. Honestly, they weren't, clearly. So, I did that video. That didn't change anything doing that. I then thought, well, maybe it's a clogged catalytic converter. So, I kind of was attempting to cut it out. But honestly, I've had such low energy lately, and I could barely like hold a sawzall and cut at the same time. So that just wasn't gonna work. And I actually had my dad help me out with that. So that was not what I was hoping, but you know, it happened, not a big deal. And that gave me the opportunity to do two things. And now I didn't hollow it out because, again, I was so tired. I did not have the energy to do it. But when we did cut it off at the front first. And at that point, we were like halfway through the back, and then my dad was hitting one of the, not the mounts, but the little plates things that are, you know, bolted in that actually go into the exhaust this way. I can't remember what they're called. The collectors or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's eluding me the actual thing. But, yeah, so there's that. When we did that though, because had the front fully cut off, it was like, you know what? Let's see if that's actually the issue before we cut this thing completely out and whatever else. So I run the car. Car sounded amazing because it was just straight piped at that point, right? No exhaust. It's just manifold into the downpipe and right at the cat, just nothing, right? So tried it, and it was loud, like too loud for my application of what I'm doing as a daily driver, but you know, it did sound badass. So after that happened, I was like, okay, welded it back together, or mostly welded it back together. They're not pretty welds because I was using my MIG/Flux as a flux core, and the welds aren't pretty, but they stick and they're there. So there is still a tiny leak because I wasn't able to get the welder into one little spot there. It's a pain in the rear. But I can probably unbolt the cat out of it and touch up the weld there and then put it back in. But yeah, so there's that. So it does have a slight exhaust leak, but it's not the end of the world. Right now it's the least of my concern, because after a little bit more diagnosing, because then I thought, well, maybe it's the distributor or distributor cap. So the distributor cap, I look at it, it does have a bit of corrosion on it, so you know, I'm scraping it with a screwdriver and just the points. I got it quite decently clean actually, but that didn't do anything. So, and as well, I changed the fuel filter. And again, that had actually a bit of, there was more that was, I noticed a difference actually when that was done. So, very temporary relief, but relief nonetheless. So just like, okay, cool. And so, okay, I'm just like, that's all the stuff I can really think of, and then thinking a little more and seeing other people's comments and whatnot, checked for more vacuum leaks again. Because I checked for vacuum leaks before, nothing came up, but spraying around the carb, actually found out at the front of the carb. Now I'm not sure if it's the carb to base plate gasket or the base plate to intake gasket, or maybe it's both. Who knows? But one of them or both of them are leaking at the front. Because I sprayed some brake clean and it bogged when that happens. It's just like, hey, that's the issue, right? Because if you spray anything around there, like you know, the best thing to use is ether because it revs. Although you can use brake clean like I did because it'll bog, or carb clean as well. Again, it'll bog, and that's what happened. It bogged. So just like, okay, so that's what I know what the problem is. Flash forward to today, and well, I went to Napa. I picked up a part because honestly, hearing the exhaust the way it was, I wanted to get a new muffler. So decided to, and ordered it last week on Friday. It came here this morning. I picked it up and didn't notice it till actually I was about to install it that it's the wrong one. So that's annoying. I'll have to get it exchanged. Not a big deal. I bought it here in town in Napa. You know what happens? I'm a little annoyed, but honestly, I wouldn't have been able to put it in anyways because of the issue of back. However, before I do that, I'm going to show you exactly what I bought. Because this is a brand new MagnaFlow muffler. It is honestly pretty nice. This would have been perfect for the car, and you can see the welds on it. You know, they're looks like they're done by hand. I don't think they're done by a machine because they're not uniform. So that's fine. I don't care if they're done by hand or not. Looks to be fairly good. But the problem is, well, you see that it's offset in the center. Like, yeah, let's put this back a little bit. Yeah, it's offset and then center, right? Well, you guys might remember, although some of you haven't been here for that long and may not have watched all my videos yet, when I had the 83 Mustang as a parts car, I cut out the exhaust in that because I was going to use it actually for stitch. Because it was actually in better shape than my exhaust and whatever else. But, yeah, and I was going to try and pull one of the clamps off here because that only has one clamp on it. It's kind of stupid. But anyways, I will, yeah. But I'll show you, though, the difference between the two mufflers. Because as you see, this is offset and it's offset, right? This would be the front, that would be the back. So, technically it's upside down right now, but doesn't matter. Because I was trying to get the mounts off and they're just way too rusted on. It's no point. You can see where I hit it with the impact and a bunch of rust came flying out. So, yeah, unfortunately, that muffler that I just showed you won't work. I'll just have to get it exchanged. Not a big deal. But, hang on. Let me just put you down for a second and open the hood. But also, I'm going to show you guys something I did underneath the hood today because I wanted to get a basic idea of what it would look like. So you'll see in a moment what I did. As you can see, under the hood, I painted these mounts white because they were quite corroded and they look like this. Right? Now, they're not perfect by any means. Like, I just did it really quick. Just to get a basic idea of what it would look like, right? Because the thing is, with the mounts that were corroded just like this, against this brand new aluminum rad, it just looked like crap. So, I just wanted to throw on a coat of paint. And they look pretty decent. I mean, they're not perfect. You get right up on them and they're kind of ugly. But from in pictures and stuff like that, they look great. And honestly, I don't mind the rusty bolts in there because it offsets it a little bit. But the one thing though is that I snapped the bolt down here. As you can see, it's right here. So that's annoying. So that's only in with one bolt, but it's not the end of the world. It doesn't really do too much. There's a lot more that holds the front end on, so again, not really worried about it. But if we hang on, I just need to adjust the stand here. If we take a look out back by where the muffler is, all right, tilt this up. Sorry, I just had to adjust the stand. It makes it so much easier when it's short. Take a look. Right. You see on the back of the exhaust there's no clamp, it's just welded. But the front has a clamp on it. And so, even if that was the correct muffler, in my current state of health, I wouldn't have been able to cut it out and weld it back in. Just not a hope in hell. So, I don't know. We'll have to figure out something. I might just have to farm it out, which is sad, but whatever. It happens. But anyways, here, let me set you back up properly. Alright, now put you right here. Tilt it up a bit. There we go. So yeah, that's what I've come across, and also those gaskets that I was talking about. Can't actually get them here in town because the only place that has the only place that we have to order parts here in town is the Napa. So you know, you can order some stuff like tires and stuff like that elsewhere, but it's the only place that is an actual, you know, auto parts store is the Napa here in town. So I may have to call around and potentially Olds and see if somebody can get one, because there is more out there and they have access to different brands and stuff like that too, so you never know what they might find. So yeah, and unfortunately just can't find those gaskets. Because it wouldn't take me long. It'd take me maybe about 5-10 minutes just to, you know, unhook all the lines, put the gasket on, torque it down, you know, and run the car, and then drive it around the block really quick, and I would notice immediately if it saw the vacuum leak or not. So, and that's where I found it. It's just right at the front there somewhere. You can actually use water, because it will bubble in a certain spot, which I might do that, but honestly, the two gaskets, they're not going to be expensive, so why not just replace them both while I'm in there? And if it happens to be the base plate to intake, I'd have to replace both gaskets pretty much anyways, so not a big deal. Gaskets aren't expensive, like especially cheap little small gaskets like that. And I could make it, I don't really want to, you know, and yeah, it's a struggle right now. It's definitely a struggle with the car. You know, but I know that because it's just a vacuum leak, I can still drive the car. Not the end of the world. And yeah, but something else actually, and I'll show you, is towards the back of the car. Because you remember when I had the spoiler on? Well, it kind of fell off. Now, luckily, it did not fall off while I was driving it. I was at Greg's the other day. Actually, that was on Saturday. And, well, as I was going back to my car, I realized the spoiler's sitting kind of funky. And sure as shit, the tape on this side completely had, like, zero stick to it. I just lifted. So, well, I didn't really, that wasn't going to be permanent anyways, so not the end of the world. Just like this paint on the trunk is not permanent, and I really should have masked off when I did it. I was just very, very tired, and I have been very, very tired lately, so and like just hardly have any energy, which is unfortunate. But it's part of, I guess, the changing seasons as well, recovering from my surgery. It's something that happens. And the car will get done, and I will get stuff done to it, but well, the paint might not get done, not anytime soon, anyways. Because if I can't do these little things, how am I supposed to paint the car right now? And it's really, really upsetting me, actually, that I'm not able to do the stuff with the car I want to do in that regard. So, yeah, but oh well. You come across this stuff, right? And like, if this was before my surgery, I'd have no problems doing this stuff. This would be easy. But afterwards, yeah, and like lately, it's just been a lot worse. But I think it's just because the season's changing and stuff like that. So, we're in autumn now. Yeah. Anyways, I'll end this here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. And the last video, I can't believe it's over 400 views right now. And that video just blew up with popularity. I was so surprised. That's my third best video that I've done. Except for this slant 6 running, which I don't know how that video, it's a 30-second video of my dad's D150 with slant 6. That's my third best video technically. But, oh well. And I took that 4 years ago. So, yeah, and if you guys want, because I've got quite a few videos with varying topics. If you guys want to watch those, most of them are talking videos, like me in my car, because it was like cold outside and stuff like that, and there are some topics that I wanted to discuss. Because the one video is close to 1,000 views. I'd love to see that thing at 1,000 views. It's at like 965 or something like that at the moment, so I haven't checked on that one in a couple of days. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and just a little update on the car and what's going on with me. It's about 5 days late, but like I said, I've been having issues, so yeah, if and I'll leave this ball in your guys' court of what content would you guys like to see on Stitch, or would you guys prefer to see some of the stuff out at Greg's? Because and I did actually sell another car today, so that's really cool. 76 Riviera, pretty cool car. Very, very rusty, and actually he's going to put it, and the seller's going to put it in a hit to pass race, which is cool. Actually, I kind of like that idea. So yeah, it was really rough. So yeah, it seems like a cool guy. He's actually gonna let me know, because I wouldn't mind seeing that thing smashed up a bit, because it was kind of annoying at times, but just pulling it out and it not wanting to start and all that jazz, just how it goes, right? But yeah, anyways, I'll leave this here. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave some feedback down in the comments. What do you want to see? As well as, what do you think of this video? Stuff like that. And as well, if you're working on anything, let me know down below. I really love to see what you guys are working on. It does make my day, actually, when other people are working on stuff as well. Because it makes me not the only person who's just like doing this, right? Because I know I'm not, clearly. Lots of you guys are working on your cars daily too. So, yeah, I love you all, and thank you so much for all of my subscribers. We're over 120 subscribers now, which we're getting there. Depending on how quickly we get to 200 subscribers, I'm thinking of potentially doing a giveaway with my friend's company. I haven't told her that yet. I'm gonna talk to her about it in the next couple of days. So, yeah, in the near future, when we hit 200, or somewhere around there, I'll do a giveaway video, and somebody will get some free merch. Now, obviously, I don't have any merch for my channel, but, you know, I have a friend who is building a company, and she's got some really cool stuff. Gonna give her a shout out here in the next little while, and hopefully we can collab on stuff. So yeah, anyways, I'll talk to you later, and hope you're staying safe during COVID-19, because, you know, this whole situation is bad. You know, the second wave has already essentially hit most of the world. So yeah, just stay safe, and I'll chat to you later. Okay, bye. Pikachu. So tired.